All right, so I'm here to tell you a little story today about my financial aid process when I was transferring from a smaller school to a bigger university. All right, so in the smaller school, smaller two-year school, it was rather easy to get in, just a basic college. Financial process is pretty easy, send it in, get admitted in the next couple of weeks, good to go, boom. So I transferred to a bigger school, and I found out that it was, much different because, the population's huge, they're always busy, and it's always different. And happens that I almost didn't get admitted into the university because the process was taking so long. Like I couldn't get in touch with them. I couldn't seem to email them. Like I couldn't get back in touch with them or like answer their call. I tried to go by the office. It was just really hard to, contact them and communicate so we could get the whole process fixed out. And then that's when Finances Made Easy came along. They helped me out. They showed me the right way, the easy steps, and they just planned it out for me. And they helped me get admitted to my school. And I was very gracious for that. They're nice people. They relate to you, somebody you can just have a conversation with. They're very personable. You can really relate to them on a personal level. And that really spoke to me just because I wasn't too sure like what I would think about going to a bigger school, and then just with Finances Made Easy, it really just helped the process and smoothed it along. It really they really helped me out, and I'm glad that they were there for me, and that's what sent it for me. I'm just thankful for them and how the communication process went easy. And now Taylor's going to introduce what our team background is like.
Finances Made Easy is a company with strong values who believe all of their clients should be treated just like family. We specialize in providing the best financial communication available to all of our clients. Our company values are based on trust, integrity, and friendliness. The vision we have for Finances Made Easy is to become one of the largest and most well-known financial advisors in the country. Our keys to success are honesty, trust, education, and integrity. Our mission at Finances Made Easy is to treat all of our clients with respect and treat everyone just like family. In conclusion, you can see how our company values and mission statement will help Finances Made Easy to become one of the most well-known and largest financial communicators in the country. Now that you have been introduced to our background, I'd like to introduce you to Jonathan Pope, who will introduce you to our statement of need.
Hello, this is Jonathan Pope. I am doing our statement of needs for the partnership between UWG Finances Department and Finances Made Easy. Our company has a huge pedigree of helping other universities reach more students in a more efficient way. For instance, Georgia State University, USC, UCLA, and Georgia Tech as examples all range between an increase of 20% to 40% of student outreach and sign-ups for financial aid. We have an extremely professional staff with a combined years of over 100 years of combined experience to ensure that you are getting the best care and the best knowledge possible when it comes to increasing your outreach to these students. When building up a financial department and ensuring that we have a larger scope, the student involvement is crucial. And the finance department here at UWG has reached out because they understand that they could improve on their communications to the students and ensure that it is a more meshed partnership between what the students receive and what the finance departments can put out. This is important because education is important. It's important for our students to be able to get the correct education and not have to worry about whether or not they're going to have bills at the end of the term or to bring in so much debt that they're unable to pay it off later. The finance department is able to alleviate some of that stress and to ensure these students are able to get the education that they need without thinking about it. What makes us different is our drive and our passion to help these students and to help the finances department on any of these college campuses become more efficient. We enjoy and take pride in our ability to make this the most welcoming program and to make sure that students are happy to go to the finances department. As I stated before, our track record speaks for itself. With the improvement between our communications to these students, we are able to get a large margin and an increase in how many students get this financial aid. So now I'm going to pass this over to Sarah Marks, who's going to give you the external and internal communications part of the presentation.
We have analyzed the internal and external communications of your department so we can better organize and find a more efficient way for you to communicate with your students. Right now, the biggest form of communication that your department uses is email, and this is a great form of communication because you can send out a mass message to an abundance of people at one time. Although email is a great form of communication, we have found that many students have come to overlook their email. So we have found 2 other ways on other university campuses that have found more efficient, which include tabling events. And this will help to host a tabling event when upcoming deadlines are approaching, so students can have that one-on-one communication with your department to be able to ask any questions or problems that they have, and that way they can receive that hands-on help that they need with completing their financial aid. Another way that we have found to be efficient is by sending out mass texts to the students. It has become well known that students look at their text messages more frequently than their emails. By sending text messages out to all students on the West Georgia campus, they'll be reminded of needing to renew their financial aid and complete those steps before the deadline is coming. We have also conducted a SWOT analysis of the financial aid department at UWG. This will include the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that your department faces. Strengths, we have found that you have a really hardworking staff and they are committed to helping the students here at UWG. Weaknesses that we have found is the lack of use of social media, text messages, and clear communication with students. We really want to improve this communication so students are more likely to complete their deadline of financial aid well ahead of time and are not waiting until the last minute. Opportunities that we have seen for your department will be to improve this communication by just being more hands-on with the students, have more one-on-one interaction with them so they can ask you the questions that are needed and less problems are faced when the time comes for a quick deadline and you do not want them to miss their opportunities to complete the financial aid. Lastly, the threats that are faced is just cell phone advancement. And email has been very effective in the past, but not many students look at their emails, which is a reoccurring problem because they miss these important deadlines. So being able to send out those text messages to them, you can ensure that they will see the upcoming deadlines and can come to your department and ask any questions before it's too late.
Financial aid is the barrier that determines whether students can or cannot get into the college that they want or to get the education that they want to achieve. Our company, Finances Made Easy, has came to provide a few recommendations to help break the stigma that students have when they think of the financial aid at the University of West Georgia. The first is department image. When I walked in from the outside looking in, it looked very unprofessional because of the dress code. Some people wearing t-shirts and jeans, some people wearing collared shirts and slacks, some people wearing dresses and blazers. Everybody needs to get in one unison with the dress code. On Fridays, you can even wear blue jeans and t-shirts. You don't even have to dress up, just everybody needs to look the same. Also, the department looked very cluttered and messy. This made the office not seem very welcome at all. Everything needs to be cleaned up and there should be a monthly cleanup every month so everybody can get on the same page and the office can look more well presented. The next is student involvement. Not many kids know about financial aid. They know about it, but they don't know much. There should be some type of student involvement that gets the kids at the University of West Georgia involved. I suggest to have some kind of monthly event with financial aid and snacks and food provided because all students like free food. And there should be a different counselor from the financial aid office provided at each table so the student can individually ask every question they want to ask. In addition to that, each student will be assigned a mentor of the financial aid through monthly checkups. These monthly checkups will say, "Dear, my name is," and then I'm just calling to check up on how your financial aid process is going. And if you need any questions, just please let me know. And keep that email for whatever they send back for your records over time so you can know if things are getting better and if you're doing your job correctly and how good, or if you need to improve yourself. The last recommendation is internal and external communication. I called many times to the financial aid office to inform you all that I was coming. However, you all were shocked when I popped up because no one answered the phone. When I went into the office, I saw phones ringing and nobody was answering the phone. Everybody that works there should be qualified to work there, so any question that needs to be asked, they should know. If you don't know the question that's being asked, you can easily recommend them or link them to another financial aid office member who knows more than you do. But there should be no issue why the financial aid company isn't answering phones and there is a 30-minute wait until a student gets the questions they want asked. In conclusion, by using everything our company has provided to benefit you and your overall image of financial aid, the University of West Georgia will start seeing drastic changes between the relationship between the students' involvement and the financial aid company offices, so they can break that stigma. When they hear financial aid of University of West Georgia, they won't sigh and they won't get depressed.